My name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. And today, we're continuing our video series designed to educate and inform the public. So please subscribe to our channel. When you talk about divorces, there's all sorts of agendas that people have. Some people have the agenda where they just want to decimate their spouse. They want to tattoo the guy. They want to hang him out to dry. They want to squeeze him for every penny. I can't tell you how many times we've heard people call up and say, I'm going to get her, and all these chest-thumping threats that we hear about how one person's going to destroy the other one. Every now and then we have people that have that agenda. A lot of times, though, we'll have the exact opposite agenda. People will call up and say, look, this was my husband, or this was the mother of my children. I'm not interested in this whole mudslinging nonsense. I don't want to have any of that. I want to have just a nice amicable divorce, a divorce that's marked by mutual respect, a divorce that's typified by good faith efforts to do what's fair, what's in the best interest of the children. How do we do that? Well, I'll tell you, number one, of course, it's going to have to do a lot with the personalities of the parties. There are certain things that I will tell you that you can do, but there are certain things you just can't control. If you are with a like-minded person who also seeks to have a nice, amicable divorce, it makes things easy. It makes it so that people will come to the table, that they will negotiate, that they will do what needs to be done to get it done in a good faith way. But if you're not working with that kind of person, there's very little that you can do to make sure that divorce will be amicable, because I've seen this so many times, whatever you give them won't be enough. And whatever you do for them will not be viewed as kindness, it'll be viewed as weakness. And they'll just try to take more and more, it'll create a huge imbalance. So I will tell you, it has a lot to do with the personalities. And if that's the personality you deal with, you try as you might to do it amicably, you might not be able to because the other side's not going to tolerate it. They're not going to tolerate your niceness. They're going to make it so that you are miserable, and they'll try to strip everything from you, forcing you to fight. That can happen every now and then, and when it does happen, it is most unfortunate and regrettable, but every now and then you're put into a corner. But let's say you're not. Let's say the personalities are where we have two people who are good people with even temperaments, who recognize the marriage is over, who don't have any ill will toward each other. How can we sort of posture the case so that it's resolved amicably? Well, I'll tell you one thing that really helps out. I think that every battle has to be chosen very judiciously. You have to decide what you're really fighting about and what you're not. And you have to decide this at the outset. And the things that are really, really important to you, those are things that you should spend your time on. And the things that at the end of the day are really not that important to you, let the other side have it, or make a deal with them of some sort. You're not going to spend hours and hours of attorney time at $300 or $400 an hour fighting over a $200 picture that you got in Saugatuck. You know what? They're still there. Go and get another one. You wouldn't do that. And it doesn't pay for you to fight about something just because the other side wants it, just to stick it to them. Those are not good faith battles. Don't spend your time on those kind of things. Be judicious about what you're fighting about. Fight about the things that really matter, like the safety of your child. If you got a family heirloom, that's something that's passed down from your grandmother to your mother, and you really want it, the other side shouldn't be trying to take that from you. If that's really, really, really important to you because it's irreplaceable, of course you're going to have your attorneys battle that out, and the court will probably give it to you anyway. If you're on the other side of that argument, don't fight over that heirloom. Abandon it. Let it go. It's not worth fighting about, and you don't care about it anyway. In other words, when you decide what you're fighting about, figure out in your essence, if you don't get that, how disappointed will you truly be? If it's not something that's going to make your whole life change, it's probably not worth fighting about. So you've got to think of it that way. It shouldn't be about whether you let the other person win or lose. It should be about what you truly care about. What you truly care about is what you should spend resources trying to secure. And if you don't really care about it that much, let the other side have it. Maybe it'll help you in the negotiation on the next item. If you have any questions about that, reach out, and we'll be glad to help you out.